Now, a viral video of an attack. Sorry, I shouldn't say that with a smile, but our next story, there was a viral video of an attempt to assassinate Argentinian Vice President Krishna. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. It's been widely spread on social media where a gun is pointed at the Vice President. Now, the incident happened on Thursday night when the Vice President was greeting supporters outside her home, and there was a video shared online. If you have not seen it, here you go. Does anyone know the context of the video? Why were all those people outside her home? What was going on?
I think she was, I don't know if there's a rally that had been happening earlier in the day, but there was something that people were thankful for. That's what I'm guessing. And then everyone just came up to her house and she's trying to walk in, and then, you know, someone pulls out a gun. I had to check the statistics because I was like, how often, Google is a free resource, thank God. How often do guns misfire? And it said 1 in 1,000 times. Wow. So I was like, whoa. The devil works hard, Christina's God works harder. So that was, clearly it was not her day, but it also speaks a lot to mass psychology because Argentina has had an issue of public officials being targeted for a while now with violence whenever they're in public, whenever they're just carrying out their official duties, it's coming. And then, of course, the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, our former Prime Minister, was assassinated. So there's been a wave of, it's almost like assassinations are, becoming a thing again. And mass psychology works like that in such a way that when something like this happens, you'll see copycats and things like that crop up, and then until it dies down. Because we haven't really heard of assassinations in decades, of political leaders. So luckily for Christina, she's alive. That gun misfired. 1 in 1,000. Those are some odds to beat. So, happy for her.
Yes. A position as high as the deputy, the vice president. This is something that encourages, when people realize that they can take you out in this manner, it's not a thing that you want to become popular. And it is a thing that was popular back in the day where popular leaders were getting...
Even here at home.
Yeah, even here at home.
We just never talk about it publicly.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm talking. You know who...
Yes.
You know what,
Yeah, there were words. There were vines. There were vines down there. Yeah. So also, it's a thing of... what Mariam was saying, I don't know what happens because this is the second time someone has tried an assassination of such a high-profile leader and it failed. Mbele ya watu hivyo. I think it's also a thing when I was learning about gun control some time back. The thing about gun control is in the heat of the moment, it's very easy to do something. Like a gun is like a kid. It wants you to handle it with knowledge, with care, with what. I don't know if you guys saw that video of that TikTok girl who was trying to play what with the gun, and then it just blew off right next to her head. And I was like, hey, okay. So maybe, the vice president's gods were with her, so it's a good thing that it didn't happen.
Yeah, and you realize how fast a gun firing between when the gun was in her face and when she actually responded, there was like 3 to 4 seconds in between. You imagine that
at such close range.
Yeah, and that was as close range can get.
That's true. And it was like, was it her neck?
Like literally in your face.
It was just, come on, man. So if that guy was hired, and the guy, the guy who had hired the hitman is watching, wondering how there's never going to be another chance like that. But we see it a lot globally. Thank God we don't see it here anymore as we did back in the 90s. But yes, we would love to hear what your thoughts on that. At The Trend Live is our handle. We're about to take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk about 2 pilots who fought. What happened? We have the details shortly. Why did they fight?